where to go.
Yeah.
My email during the day is nice and white. I can read it. But all of a sudden at night, it's all black.
I know what it is.
And I know I tried to figure out where. I know it's a simple fix. I just forget where to go to do it.
Does Chuck want to
Okay, Chuck.
Oh, go ahead.
So
I know the problem though.
Yes. So I think you have night mode turned on.
I know, but I went to my Finder and I tried display and I couldn't find a place where I could turn off night mode or something. Is that where it's going to be?
It's going to be in your settings.
Oh, in my setting.
In your settings. Is this on your phone or is it on your?
No, this is my new computer.
Okay. So it should be, if I remember correctly. Well, we'll do a test. It should be in displays or.
Yeah, well, the display is down here and I went there and I couldn't find a place to change it. Display is lower left corner there.
Why can't I find displays?
Is it lower left corner of your screen?
Left. Oh, there it is. Thank you.
Yeah, well, it's the same place on mine and I couldn't find where to do it.
Yeah, so here you can change the size of the text if that's something, color, and then night shift. You can have it scheduled. Mine's always dark, but you can do sunrise to sunset. So maybe that's what yours is.
Mine says off, and is off mean that night shift is on?
Well, I have it off.
But yours is always dark.
But I have it on dark mode.
Where does dark mode? Where do you find dark mode?
That's what I'm looking for now. I thought it was here.
I tried there too. I did try, Lynn. I did try.
I'm so proud of you for trying. Here it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Appearance, dark, light.
So it's just auto. Under general.
Is yours on auto? So it does it as the day. So
it may be, in which case
that's probably what she has.
My guess is that's what you have. So check that.
Yeah, I will. Okay.
And let us know.
I will. I knew it was in one of those places. I just didn't know exactly where.
I get that.
I couldn't remember where. Put it that way.
That
too many choices.
I know.
Yes.
Trust me.
Oh, and there's so many different places you have to check to find which one it is that you want.
Well, and I did check Spark and I checked email and they both were black. So I went, come on, this is something I need
across the board.
You don't like dark mode at night?
No, because the white isn't white enough and the print is so darn small that I'd have to select everything and increase the print.
You could also make the font bigger.
I know, but then I have to select all and make the font bigger. I know how to do that.
You can do that globally on that one page that Lynn just showed you. You don't have to highlight it and enlarge it.
You just make the font for everything on your screen bigger.
Yeah, well, and the alternative has always been, well, I can just go to my iPad. It didn't change there. I have alternatives to this silly computer.
Yeah. Oh man. So Bob, did you hear of any more from Joe Comby about live streaming at Wellington?
He gave me a call and they're working on it, and that's good. Also, my resident friend here did it. I was there with him, but he did it last Sunday and it worked well. So I think the pressure is off. Joe said he will try to get somebody at the church available. Yeah, so thank you for asking. Yeah. I do have another problem. I don't know if it belongs here or not, but I have a desktop that is newer than I had. It was, it's a Windows 10, and I say that's modern, but that's probably very old now too. Now, I had on the old one a couple of PowerPoints, and when I tried to open them, I got a message that we can't do that. And I wondered, is there a way of making the stuff from the old computer able to be gotten with this, for me, newer? So I don't.
You should be able to. Do you have the files on your new computer? They just won't open?
That's right. Yes, that's right.
Do you want, could you screen share your computer and try to open one? And you can see the error message that you're getting?
Can you see anything? I clicked on PowerPoint, and there's one Westminster history that I wanted to, there's the message. Can you see it, or am I the only one?
You have to screen share your computer first.
Oh, no, remind me again how I screen
share. How did you do that? Do you see our 6 faces, and at the bottom?
Wait, I'm going to get rid of this PowerPoint, and there's this faces. All right, now share screen.
Yep.
There, okie doke. I'm sharing screen. Oh, wait a minute, maybe.
And there should be a blue share. Yep.
There you go.
You got it.
Oh, you got it. Now, if I click the PowerPoint, you'll see it, William.
Yep.
You see over here Westminster history.
Yep.
And Louisiana. All right. Why? There's the sorry.
Show help. Can you click the show help?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Huh. So it's saying that your antivirus software is not letting you open it. Interesting.
Is that a COVID-19?
It doesn't trust your old computer. That's interesting. It says if you shut off your antivirus software that you should be able to open it, but I would think there'd be a way to bypass that. Can you hit cancel out of that? What if you try opening it without going through PowerPoint? Is it saved in your documents?
I don't know what you're asking me, so.
Okay, fair enough. I'll ask. It's silly worded. You can hit the OK button.
Okay, there it is.
Do you have this saved in your documents folder on your computer?
Close that window.
Close out of PowerPoint.
All right. No, wait a minute. I can.
The pressure's on. We're all looking at you.
There you go.
Launch me. Okay.
You can close out of that too.
All right. Here I am.
Can you click the yellow folder icon at the bottom of the screen? Yeah.
I'll try. There.
And can you click on documents?
All right. Just, oh, wait a minute. Over here. Yes.
The one below it, actually.
All right.
Nope, that's not right. If you hit search documents up at the top right corner of this window, no, below that actually, click the yellow folder again at the bottom. There's a pop-up window that and there's a go to your right, where your mouse is, just go to the right. There's a search documents Keep going to the right.
Oh.
Keep going.
Yes,
Yep.
here.
There you go. And then can you type in Westminster history there?
Right. I will try.
And
There's the problem.
Oh, you know what? It's searching in documents. Can you go to your C drive and we'll search the whole C drive.
C drive.
So if you scroll down, there's this PC. Yeah, the C drive works too. If you click the C
right
drive.
Here? Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
And then try going back to where you were, where it says search.
Search.
Yeah. And try typing that again.
Oh, I see.
Or clicking that there. Yeah.
And then here.
Oh, it's searching already.
It's slowly going through.
I'm sorry to take your time.
No, it's a good question. We could always shut off your antivirus software, but I hate to do that.
Yeah.
It did say to turn it right back on after you opened it.
Yeah, but you may have to do it every time. That's the problem.
Yeah.
I don't want him to have to
this much, really. They thought with, or I thought with changing leadership again, committee formed for that. Maybe a little look back as to how we got where we are might be of interest to the fall.
That would be interesting.
Oh, little by little. That's a slow process.
It's always when people are watching something that
you want it
forever.
To along now. Don't be so slow.
It means you have a lot of files they're searching through.
Search tools.
And it'll be the last one to find.
If it's there.
Yeah. Where's Stephen when we need him?
Did he send
He probably
me
knows exactly how to fix this.
Yeah. No, I think it was last week he called or emailed saying.
Yeah, he was late last week.
He
had a doctor's appointment or something, I think.
I did hear from Nancy that she wasn't going to make it, but I don't think I heard from anyone else.
2 weeks in a row for Nancy? My goodness.
Although she did email and say she watched the recording, so she thought it was funny we were giving her grief.
How's she going to get along without us for 2 weeks? That's the problem. She'll miss us.
Yep. Well,
sorry for holding this up.
No worries.
Well, okay, I'll try not to worry.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, meanwhile, Lynn, I don't even know if you want to touch upon the terrible thing that I did. I'm willing to confess in public, but
account for warnings for future people.
Yeah, and possibly also one thing I'm doing is congratulations, Connie, on your new computer. That's exciting.
Well, it's been interesting. I haven't used a computer for so long other than to run over, pick something on my email and then print it out because I can't print from this one yet.
Okay.
So it's been learning to switch from an iPad to a computer. I still reach up on my computer screen to move things around and then go, oh yeah, I need to use a touchpad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, there you are.
So we'll get right back to you, Sue. Bob, if you want to double click the first thing you see there.
The first one up here?
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
There it is.
Yeah.
Should we resave it?
Yeah, I wonder if we should save it somewhere that it's a little bit easier to access.
Well, I think if you save it on this machine now, it'll probably not have the same error message.
Right.
I would hope that's correct.
Save up here. Or no, maximize.
There's a little floppy disk right there. Yep.
Okay.
I'm glad everybody here knows what a floppy disk is. There's sometimes I say that to like
we're all
teenagers and they're like, what?
Oh,
upper left-hand corner, Bob.
I think he did.
There you go.
Click that.
Okay, so Bob, if you want to close out of that.
All right.
Are our heads blocking? And then you can close out of that. Yeah.
All right.
And then try clicking the PowerPoint icon at the bottom of your screen.
All right. There is here.
Yeah, try double clicking that now.
Yes. I love it when a plan works.
It was worth the wait. It was worth the wait.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep. Well, we've got your computer open, Bob. Is there any other things we should look at?
Well, I don't hardly ever use Excel, but there's one file or so on that I do, and it's the same. I got the same message about it. Is the did we turn off something that would be turned off for all the other?
We can try it, but I'm guessing we're going to have to do the exact same thing that we did. But try it anyway, just for kicks and giggles.
And it was, I guess, the Christmas mailing.
Look at you planning ahead.
The date of 2019. I haven't been thinking much about. All right.
You want to?
All right.
So maybe we kicked it in its butt, and it,
Yeah, that would be nice if we did do that. Okay.
All right, different one.
A different one, yeah.
Yeah.
Try it.
Yeah.
I said try a different file.
You did.
Try a different Excel file.
Yes, just a minute, and I'm going to do another one.
Try the German labels or the
German labels, yeah. As good as any.
Oh. Couldn't find it. It wonders if it got removed or deleted. We could try searching your computer like we did.
Yeah, that's all too long. That was a long haul. Wait, I try another one. See if I can, if you will. All right, just a minute more. Okay. Do
you want to try the 2019 category summer? Yeah.
Yeah, let's see what. Yeah, there we go.
Oh. Yeah, it's the same thing. I wonder if you search it, if we can hunt it down.
Oh, how did we begin that search?
So go to the yellow folder icon at the bottom of the screen.
Yes, all right.
And double click. And then where it says this PC.
This PC, now wait a minute.
It's on the left-hand side.
Yes, here.
Yeah, if you click that and search this PC up on the top right.
The top right.
Of that window. Go a little bit to your right.
All right, over here.
Up a
straight
little.
Up. There it is.
Whoop, no.
Down a little.
There it is.
Yes.
And then search for the name of it. So what was it? The 2019 or
German titles?
Oh,
try German. German labels.
German labels, yeah. You're going to have to type it in, Bob. It's not showing up.
Oh, okay.
There it is. Double click that. The first one. Yep.
Oh, yes.
Now save that one.
Save.
Up at the top.
Up here?
Right above the word file.
Oh,
it's
right there. Yeah.
Shadow form though.
Can you click on it?
I'll try. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, there it comes.
Okay, cool. So I'm guessing if something doesn't open, if you just search for it in that Finder window, if it comes up. Do you think that it will type up where it says type here to search? Would it be even easier? Can you, Bob, at the bottom of your screen where you turn your computer on and off, there's a white box that says type here to search?
Oh, no, wait a minute.
On the right next to it on the right. There's a little, that thing. Can you try typing one of those things like German labels or Westminster history or Christmas labels or something? Okay, so you could do it that way too.
Oh, all right.
We should try this with one of the other ones that he couldn't open. Like that.
Let me try
whatever that
labels.
2019 one.
Can you search 2019?
Say again. Could I search one?
2019 catalog. There it is. Double click that first one. Okay, so that's even easier for you.
Yes.
So just search in that white box, whatever the document is that's not opening.
Interesting. All right, now
click over on the right side in the Excel spreadsheet to get rid of the window that you're in. Yeah, click there.
Here?
No, over on the right.
There. Yeah.
Where the boxes are.
Not the X, but a little bit below it. Right there. Right there.
Click in column H.
Tell me again what I'm to do.
Just click.
Click in column H. There you go. Now save that.
Save. Here?
No, the one below it. You have two documents open. Yep. Perfect.
Now they should open in Excel for you once you go through that process.
Oh, very good.
But you have to save it on the new version of Excel so that you can open it there the next time.
Yeah.
Is this a new version of Excel on your new computer, Bob?
It's been a while now since I got it. I thought anything there was new, but not necessarily. Well,
I'm wondering if the old version of Excel on your old computer had it set up to save it as a .xls format, and the new one is set, I can tell, for a .xlsx format, and sometimes the older format doesn't open in the new one, and you have to go through this little search program or search exercise that we've been doing. So at least they're there and you can get to them.
And if you bring it up to see in the new as we are doing, and I close it down, when I open it, it ought to be available rather than going through the process.
As long as you save it after you open it.
Open it up.
Yes.
Okay.
And definitely after you edit it, whichever.
Now, going back a minute to the history, if they wanted to use that in a program at church, and Dave, you or Dave, should I close this other one off?
Yeah, you can close those.
And this one too, maybe.
Yep.
You can close all those.
If I wanted to do a PowerPoint for the a church group, does somebody work the equipment in the auditorium that they could put this slide by slide on the screen in the auditorium?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, depending on the group you're doing, there are people that set it up for you. Like if you're doing it for the Tuesday morning fellowship group, Ted Strand sets it up for you and helps you, switch slides. If you're doing it for the new PNC, I'm sure they could find someone to do that for you if you're not comfortable, but or I could do it, but I guess it just depends on the group. But yes, it's very easy to set up a PowerPoint at church.
I know it's possible. And if I wanted to make I forget how I made this with the old. I can make a new PowerPoint if I wanted to.
Yep.
Okay. I'll close this out now.
Sounds good.
All right.
We're going to stop your screen share too.
Oh, okay.
Unless you have something else you want to look at.
No, that's fine. That's enough.
Cool.
Oh.
There you go.
How did you do that?
So Sue, you wanted to tell us your horror story of the week.
Yes, with a preface that I am so glad that because of this mistake, 2 people that I normally wouldn't have heard from emailed to me. And so that was good. And I needed their expertise. So that was excellent. But I have to say that after 8 o'clock at night, I should not be allowed near my iPad. And particularly when reading emails. And the other thing I should never do is skip Lynn's classes. But I have, and I did. And I had an email that looked like it was from Outlook and Microsoft Outlook. And it told me to verify my password, and I typed my password in and I gave it away. Don't shake your head, it's already done. So my screen switched a little and then it went back to normal. And I thought, well, okay, I guess I'm updated now. And within, I guess, I don't know, within a day, thank goodness, all my, wonderful friends and relatives called, emailed, texted, we're getting emails. We know they're not from you. And so a neighbor came to update my password for me. But my information did not have my cell phone. So the security text couldn't be texted to me. And he added my cell phone number, which then locked that account. And I can't change my password for 30 days. So that's my confession. And then my what I have done is gone to Google email, and I have a Gmail there. I finally did whatever I needed to do to get that word. I don't even know what I did, but anyway, emails are now coming to my Gmail.
Good.
So I unfortunately did not mark down the exact date that the password and my account was locked down for Microsoft Office. But I have to go back and change that password. And I'm hoping that that will be the end of it. So my question, so that was the confession and my hopes and dreams. But my question is, oh no, while my computer was obviously compromised, would anything else in my computer be compromised, or could one of those little nasty things that hurt your computer later be planted during that whole episode? And is there anything else I should do other than change my password?
Yeah. When it comes to email passwords and things, it's a little bit harder unless you downloaded something from them or clicked a link that took you somewhere. You probably didn't get malware on your computer, keyword probably. I'm sure there are ways that they can do that, but you know, it sounds like they more stole your identity trying to, you know, get money and things.
That's what they were trying to get from friends is money. Yeah.
Phishing, you know, scams versus, you know, malware scams. But do you back up your computer? No. Okay.
But I am in the process of, I do have a Dell tower and big screen. It takes a lot of room. And I hope to relocate, but it will be a much smaller space. So I'm actually doing the opposite of Connie. I'm giving up my computer and trying to get everything on my iPad. And I'm going to settle with just what's available on my iPad and learn a few things. So I don't know if that plays into the picture.
Well, the iPad's probably a little more secure in that way because it's harder to get stuff on Apple products than on PCs. But I'd say if you did back up your computer, you know, default I always do is just in cases, you know, run a backup of before this happens. So if anything,
actually, I do have a flash drive, and we backed up my Dell computer a couple months ago. There isn't anything that I would miss that I've done since then.
Yeah. It doesn't hurt to do a factory reboot and then just pull those files that you have from your old.
I'm going to write that down. A factory reboot.
A factory restart. So it will take your computer back to how it came when you bought the computer. So it's going to erase anything on your hard drive.
On my Dell PC.
On your Dell PC. So you're going to lose anything that's not cloud-based or on that USB. But it's going to clean up anything that might be on the computer.
And I'm going to eventually just donate the computer. So
that's what you do when you are done with the computer. Before you send it back to the manufacturer or donate it, you wipe it with all your information so that it's they don't get anything.
Okay. So
again, I'm sure somebody could, spend time and get in, but for the majority of us, it's, all we can do without going insane.
The factory restart on the PC will do all of that. If I wanted to put in the saved information, I could, but I don't have to. I could just donate it at that point.
Yeah, I would erase all your data when you donate it, because definitely. You don't want whoever, if you gave it, say, to the church, we don't want a computer that says Sue Kelly, and with your password and stuff. Whoever gets the computer, is going to want to create their own password and username. So
I'm sorry, I was going to donate it to the thrift shop, but I don't want to
thrift shop. I'm just throwing out something. Oh, okay. The thrift shop, isn't going to want to log into Sue Kelly with your password.
Yeah. But I did this on my Apple. The email I was using, the Outlook email that I shared with my Dell, the actions I took to answer that email was while I was on my iPad. So again, going back to, it was probably phishing, no malware planted. My iPad should be good.
Yeah. It sounds like if you started the thing on your iPad and then it got more to your PC is not going to have anything on it. It's going to be the iPad that probably would have gotten compromised, but I would think you'd be fine.
Well, I'm going to do it. Oh.
Okay. And you should have a backup of your iPad, so you could set it back to whatever that date was.
Oh, I have no idea how to back up an iPad. I don't see any plugs. I have no idea how to get a mouse in here. It's like, I have no idea, but we don't have to talk about that now.
But we should go over that, because backing up is the best way of prevention when it comes to doing that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So share. Oops. Okay. So if you go to your settings on your iPad and you go to the top where it says your name, you should see, actually, I might be doing this wrong. Hold on. Actually, you know what? I think it is. Is it here? Am I going crazy? I think I'm going crazy.
I've already done that for you. Don't worry about it.
Oh man, I'm going insane.
I think you have to click on your name, Lynn, to get to the backup choices.
Yeah.
Through Apple ID.
That's where I thought it was, but backup. Here it is. Yeah. iCloud backup. So Sue, go to your name, and under iCloud, there's iCloud backup here. Mine's off for some silly reason. I need to turn it on, but you turn that on.
I see at the top, backups, photos, and documents. Is the list under there where I would see backup?
Do you see under settings? Do you see your name like this?
I have to switch screens, right?
Are you on your iPad at the moment?
Yeah, I'm doing it.
Yeah, go to your set. Oh, so you're not going to see what I see. So if you go to your name, and go under your name, it should say name, phone number, email, password, and security, payment, subscriptions, and then iCloud. You see the
okay,
iCloud?
got it. Yeah.
And under iCloud, you should see like how much storage space you're using in your iCloud, and then apps that are using your iCloud.
Okay, was I to select iCloud?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you see a storage where it tells you how much you're using for photos and messages and things like that?
Yes.
And then if you scroll down, there's a section that says apps using iCloud. And at the bottom of that section should be iCloud backup. It's green with a little counterclockwise circle on it.
I do see iCloud backup, and
does it say on or off?
It says on right now with an arrow in gray.
Okay, click on that.
Backup now, it's saying.
And it says the last backup, it should have a successful backup, maybe.
Last successful backup was at 9:26 a.m.
Okay, so it's backing up.
You're good.
You're good. You have it on automatic. See, I am not taking my own word. This has not been backed up for over a year since the beginning of the pandemic. So I don't know what's going on there, but so you could, go back and reboot it to the date before this happened. But that's again, something a paranoid person that would do. I would probably do it, but just in cases, but you're probably safe if you don't do it.
Okay, I'm going to go with that. So I just back arrow from the cloud, or do I just, okay.
So what you can do, if you say wanted to bring it back.
Say again?
So if you wanted to, say you wanted to back up, or say you wanted to, you're worried that your iPad got compromised and you wanted to do a factory reset on your iPad just in cases.
Yeah.
the way you would do that is under general in your settings section. And at the bottom of general, there should be a reset button.
I'm looking for general. Oh yeah, general. And yes, I see it, reset. And under that is a blue shutdown.
Yeah, if you hit reset.
With the arrow, okay.
You can do a couple different things. One thing you could do is erase all content and settings. And you could click that and it will wipe your iPad with everything on it. And then you could restore from your iCloud backup from whenever it was a few days ago. And that way, just in case anything happened, you could do that.
Okay. Let me ask a question. So yeah. I did this big mess at least 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
And I wouldn't mind at all if we're already there going ahead and taking the paranoid path if it won't take everyone's time too much.
If you're going to do that, your iPad's going to shut off. So you're going to drop off Zoom if you're on here.
Okay, well, let's not do that then.
But you can always go back to the recording and do it too, It won't take you long, but it could be, half an hour of like waiting for it to erase everything and then turning it back on and stuff like that. So
when I turn it back on, what do I have to do?
So when you turn it back on, it's going to be like when you bought it originally. It's going to ask you to, either set up your new iPad or restore from backup. And you would select restore from backup. And then you pick the date. Go ahead, Terrence.
Yeah. I think the key is, because I keep a lot of my passwords in my contacts and I've restored my iPhone a couple of times, you need to write down your Apple ID.
Yes.
So you know what your Apple ID is, because it's going to ask you for that. And then you're going to look at your iPad and say, I can't get to it.
Exactly. Okay.
Yep.
And actually, so I've restored from the iPhone. It's slightly different from the iPhone to the iPad, but it'll send me a text message to the iPad, to the iPhone, which is not on. I have a second iPhone that I can get it on, or I might even see it on messaging some kind of way on my iPad. So that's just if you're doing the iPhone, I think. Anyway, that's my 2 cents worth.
Good.
I want my iPhone and iPad to sync in all ways. Right now I get my email on my iPhone as well, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah. When you reset it, it should bring back everything that you had already downloaded on your computer or your iPad. But be sure to pick the date from 2 weeks ago before this happened.
Okay. And it will be my iPhone also. It will get everything.
You would have to do the exact same process on your iPhone if you want to do it, or your iPhone will stay exactly the way it is.
Oh.
And you can also back up right before you reset too, right? And you could do it right then, so you make sure you get everything.
Right, but for Sue's case, she doesn't want to do anything, in case somebody downloaded something on her iPad. So she'll go back 2 weeks, but
I get it. Okay.
When you get a new phone, you'll want to back up and that before you upload a new one from your phone, so you have everything instantly. But Sue, you might need to add some of the passwords again, like your Gmail and things like that when you open the apps. Again, I'll just need to confirm that you're who you say you are. But it's a good practice to do. Your iPhone should be okay with this ordeal. I wouldn't worry about your iPhone.
Okay. even if I don't have anything backed up onto my iPhone, it would still function. I just wouldn't have access to information like my old files or, oh, never mind. I'm asking too many questions. I can just,
that's a PC, that's on your computer.
Okay.
Yeah. And you might want to double check that your iPhone is backing up. It's under the same settings as your iPad. But just to make sure, you know, everything's backing up correctly.
Okay.
When you do that. Because backing up is the best way of prevention. So if you get ransomware on it and things like that, you can avoid that kind of stuff. I will listen
to the class again, but I also believe I will be inviting the same neighbor who, or maybe a new neighbor, different, you know, and just to watch what I'm doing so that you can yell stop if I'm in the middle of a mess.
Makes sense.
All right. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah. I'm sorry that happened to you. It's no fun.
Well, you know, it just amazes me that I did it. And now, you know, hopefully it'll be branded in my brain. I did avoid some through the past few months after, you know, seeing some of your classes. But after 8 o'clock at night, I'm not doing emails anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a good practice in general, probably.
Yeah, Lynn, I have a question, Lynn. Did you see the article in the paper about Venmo and other such things being hit by a lot of spam now?
No.
Yeah.
What paper was this?
Well, it was either the New York Times or the Washington Post, two that I read. I'll see if I can find it and send it to you. But I thought of you immediately when it mentioned Venmo. I thought, oh my gosh, Lynn uses that.
I hardly ever do, but yeah, I do from time to time. I know my mom gets frustrated because she has a lot of Gen Zers on her staff and they don't carry cash. So when they want to do like a staff luncheon, the like Gen Zers are like, we don't have cash, but we'll Venmo you. And all of the, you know, baby boomers are like, well, all we have is cash. So my mom is this like awkward middle person where she like Venmos with the the Gen Zers, and then she has to like give cash, you know, for the Gen Zers. It's this ordeal, nightmare financial situation for my dad and my mom trying to do their budgeting and stuff. So funny. Different generations. But yeah, there was a lot happening this week with the antivirus software guy dying too.
Oh, right. So,
McAfee, yeah. It's like it starts with them. But yeah, there's a lot going on in the tech world right now. But what else is new?
Yeah, right.
It's only going to get worse. But any other questions or comments or things we should discuss?
Anything I ask is going to be something that you've already covered in previous episodes. So
it's always good to do reminders and things. So
go for it.
That doesn't hurt.
Okay. Well, on my iPad, there's a symbol of a key and it has its own little spot to save passwords. And I have been using that. And I do find it convenient. I believe you talked about sort of a third-party lockbox where passwords, it would be better to save passwords. I'm hoping because I have Touch ID on my iPad, and I believe, well, anyway, if I have Touch ID on my iPad, is my little key box with passwords kind of good enough for what I do, which is not a whole lot. Like we're talking Pet Supply Plus, and you know, and whatever.
Right. The benefits of the LogPass and 1Password and things like those password managers is they can generate you really strong passwords without you having to be creative, where the like just general password manager that Apple gives you for keychain, I think is what it's called, for iPhone and Safari and stuff. You pretty much have to create your own stuff, versus sometimes they'll give you suggestions, but rarely. So, but for your purposes, you probably are fine with an or keychain. It's one of those, how paranoid do you want to be? And some of the paid ones you do, they'd also like give you warnings. Like this week, I got an email from 1Password saying that my Gmail password had been compromised somewhere on the internet. So to go reset your password. So those kind of features are with the paid stuff you might not get. But if you go to or haveibeenpawned.com, you could find that information yourself too. So it's, again, how paranoid you want to be. But I think you're fine with the keychain password.
Thank you. I do get alerts. I don't know if it's Outlook that's alerting me, or one of my security. But anyway, I do get alerts that someone has changed your password, or which was me, or
yeah, some companies are very good about letting you know, like, hey, a new device is recognized with this account or something. So yeah, okay. That is helpful.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Now here's a switch for you. I created a new password for something, and I can tell you the password, but I can't remember what it was I created it for.
It'll come back to you in a couple of weeks.
Getting old is just so much fun. Find it. It's on a piece of paper somewhere. I've got 5 million pieces of paper here, but because I'm so paranoid, I'm not using 1Password or anything. I'm writing them down.
Yes, that there are people that don't want it saved
things on
anywhere on the internet.
Right.
I have a whole file generated for that usernames and passwords, Connie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know a lot of people have an Excel document they use instead and make it a password protected Excel document.
Yeah, but I wouldn't even know how to make a password protected.
We've talked about it here before, but
we showed you how to do that.
Yeah.
We could do it again.
I mean, I know how to make this now that I've paid for Microsoft Office. I can make an Excel document.
Mine's in Word, so either way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Chuck walked us through the process of creating a password at one point.
Mine's in Word, and you just password protect it, and it works.
My interesting scenario is my Dell PC is more than 10 years old and has Windows 7.
Yeah.
And I'm used to using it. I'm great with Microsoft Office applications on that. So the neighbor put Microsoft Word and Excel and a few things on my iPad for me. And I guess the version is much more recent, and I have no clue how to use the Microsoft. So, and I have Pages and other things that come with Apple. So it's like, well, do I learn Pages, or do I try to relearn Microsoft? And it's like, so I'm ignoring that for now.
Fair enough. If you're going only to an iPad, I would think you'd want to start doing Pages, because you could download the Microsoft app on the iPad, but you'd have to pay for the subscription like Connie's doing.
Yeah.
So it really doesn't matter at this point. You can export it into however you want to save it. So yeah.
I think I'll learn Pages. I think that's the way to go.
Yeah, really. I'm guessing you're not doing a whole lot of Word or I call Word documents regardless of what word processor you're using. But
well, I like to use Word I used Word for composing little emails about, and I would copy and paste and move around. And then once I was happy, I would copy into my Outlook. And I can't do that now. So I don't know how to do that on anywhere because Word is way different and I don't know Pages. And which leads me to another question. I don't have a mouse to use with my iPad. Is there a way to have one?
Mm-hmm. You can, actually, good question. I'll have to test something, but they make Bluetooth mice. So I'd have to test it. But you could get a Bluetooth mouse and do it that way. But I don't know if the coding works on tablet, like a tablet. Hey, that's a good question. Okay, the iPad now supports a mouse. You can pair Bluetooth mouse or plug in a mouse through the UPC or USB-C port. Yeah, so yeah, you can do that.
I will look again, but I have an iPad Pro that is also about 10 years old. And the only opening I see is where I charge it and
microphone,
a little round thing on the other side that, and that I don't have a USB port as far as I know.
It's a USB-C port. It's the newer ones. I would use a Bluetooth mouse though, which would be wireless.
Okay.
So I use a Logitech Bluetooth mouse and really like Logitech's mouses. And actually the one I use at the church, you can control 2 different computers. So I can switch between my PC and my Mac at the office with one mouse, which is really nice.
Yeah.
But they have all kinds of things, but you could get the Apple mouse, but that's going to be more money than you really need to spend.
The Logitech's probably only about $25.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's super
Staples
easy to set up. Yeah.
Staples, Best Buy.
Yeah. Go to any of those.
Yeah. Well, it's funny,
or
right?
Amazon now, or Walmart.
I'd have to go to Amazon. Yeah, I'm not walking for about 1.5 years now, and going to a store is like terrible. So Amazon is my new store to go to. But I will find a Logitech, a Bluetooth mouse that's wireless from Amazon. Okay, got it written down.
Yep. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep.
Then I have to tell you, I went through all my little bits and pieces of paper, and I now know what I had to create this crazy password for. We were applying to renew our trusted traveler program stuff. Not that we're traveling anywhere, but anyway, so we had to create a new, because they've changed it from one thing to another, and so I had to do a whole new account. And we have separate emails, but we use the same password, so it's easier to remember. But anyway, my brain worked.
Yeah. Good, I'm glad. Sue, one more thing. It does look like you need to have the iPad software at 13.4 or later. So you might want to check and see what software your iPad's running and just make sure it's 13.4 or newer. Do you know how to do that?
No.
Hold on.
You will in a minute. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. So we're going to go back to our settings.
Okay, I'm going to punch you out. I'm going to go to my settings. Okay.
Okay. So if you go back to settings, and you go to general.
Yeah.
About.
Oh, I need to screen share this.
Oh.
Okay, so general, and then about. And it's the second one down. Mine is 14.6.
You know what? I'm going to go to my screen with so I want
go to general, go to your settings again.
Yeah.
And the first thing should be about.
Yes.
And the second thing down should be your software version.
Okay, mine is 14.6.
Perfect. You're compatible for a Bluetooth mouse.
And that's my software version. Great. Thank you.
Yep. So you can check and make sure there's no updates there as well under software updates. You should be, I think 14.6 is the newest one. So
I think you know.
Yeah, and her iPad's not 10 years old if she can get 14.6.
Yeah, I was when you said 10 years old, I went,
can't go that high.
No.
Yeah, I was like, I had to get a new iPad a few years ago because
yeah,
mine
is at its limit, and it's maybe 13, but you know, and that's
well, my neighbor may have done something with that, but truly, I've been retired 4 years, and I got this. Maybe it's 6 years old.
Yeah,
but
that's okay. Closer. Yeah.
Feels like 10 years.
Question, Lynn. Okay, yeah. So on the Amazon store, there's a Logitech M510 wireless computer mouse for PC. Will that also work? I take it should work on a laptop also?
Any Bluetooth will work across any device.
Okay, and then the question is, do you need a device that plugs into a USB port, or will it just read the Bluetooth without an extra plug-in?
It will be wireless, so you don't need to plug it in.
Right, but I'm saying for the receiver, it just goes to do you need something Bluetooth receiver that plugs in, even though it's wireless to the mouse itself? You
can do it that way, or you could do it over Bluetooth and do it that way too. So my PC has the receiver in it, but my iPad doesn't have anything to connect to the mouse. So it's all wireless. So you could do either. You could set it up that way, or you could set it up just over Bluetooth and it'd be fine. So whatever you prefer.
Okay, got it. And this 510 is about $25.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's what I was guessing. I bet there's a bunch of different versions too, depending on how you want to, make it look and stuff.
Would I automatically have Bluetooth? I don't know what it is, and I've never used it.
You have to turn it on.
You'll have to turn that on. Once you could come back next week after you get it, but what you'll do.
Oh, that's okay. Let's do it next week. I really appreciate everyone's patience with all of the basic help I needed today.
Basic is what we're here for.
Right.
Ask the questions you are afraid to ask friends and family.
That's right. We're your other friends and family.
Yes. We're your tech support group. We empathize and feel that way. So anything else before we head out for the week? I know we're after 11, so if you have to sneak off, go for it.
Okay.
You guys are so quiet. Dan's not even here.
Adios.
Okay.
Bye.
See you guys next week.
Okay. Bye.
Okay.
Have
a good week.
Thank you very much.
Yep.
Thank you.